If you're paying $300, $500, even $1,000 per lead on ads and still not booking enough jobs, you're going to want to hear this. Quick overview: PPC or Google Ads, it costs you $250 to $500 per lead. Billboards, it's gonna cost you $150 to $300 per lead. Social media ads, it's gonna cost you $200 to $600 per lead. Whereas Google Map Pack, it costs you $40 to $80 per lead. This is why the Google Map Packs crushes other marketing channels for local HVAC searches. And here's how to rank first. Now let's dive into Google Business Profile Playbook for HVAC. First of all, what it takes to rank first in local search. Just so you know, 70% of local clicks goes to the top 3 map results. And here are the factors that actually matters. First of all, relevance, what you offer and how your profile is set up for that specific search. Second, proximity, how close you are to the searcher. Prominence, how well known your business is online and offline as well. Now let's get into optimizing your Google business profile first of all, and then we'll be talking about the other stuff. First thing, make sure that you're completely filling out every single detail: business name, description, hours, services, and every of those stuff. Other than that, make sure that to use keyword rich service description. I'm gonna show you exactly how to do that as well. But yeah, other than that, make sure to use keyword rich service descriptions, but obviously make sure that it sounds natural. You don't really have to look AI, Then post weekly updates. This is something that showcases that, hey, this specific business is actually active in the area. Now let's see how exactly you can do that for your business. Fill all of these descriptions: business category, business name, opening date, and then phone number, and all of these details. Make sure to fill the service area correctly. First of all, don't try to overstuff things in service area. It's not that if you're adding, let's say, 15, 20, 25 different counties, different service areas, you would be ranking there as well. In most of the cases, you won't be able to expand the ranking radius above 10 miles. So make sure that you know that and don't stuff that. So yeah, other than that, make sure to put the business hours correctly. And here's the thing: if you can pick up the calls 24 hours, make sure to put this business hours as 24 hours, because that's gonna help you in ranking really well. So that's another stuff. Other than that, you have got a lot of accessibilities, amenities and things like that, and you can add all of them. It totally depends on you. Then we have got an edit product section and edit services section as well. You can fill all of these stuff. Then you have got post. Make sure to post at least twice a week to look really active. Now here's the thing: you just don't have to post for rankings, you have to post for conversion. Post your new offers, post your new events or collaborations you're doing with any local schools, colleges, or any other third-party events, or it could be any sort of institution or organization. Other than that, let's get into things again. The second thing is finding and building citations. Citations is basically your name, address, phone number listed online. For instance, Yelp, Yellow Pages, online directories. There are couple of different online directories you can actually list your business on, and actually there are over 500 of them. Now, do you have to fill out or do you have to register on each of them? Not really. You just have to actually list your business on the majority of them or the major ones. For instance, Yelp is a very important one. Then you have got Thumbtack. Then you have got Yellow Pages. These are a few of the most important ones, and you are good to go if you have filled like 30-40 of the major ones. For citations, I would suggest to have a look at what your competitors are doing, and for that you can actually use whitespark.ca, you can use SEMrush, or you can use other third-party local directory tools as well. It's totally on you. Now, first of all, start with industry specific directories. For instance, A&G, Home Advisor, and things like that. I know you don't really have to pay for A&G or Home Advisor, just register for their free plan and you're good to go, because the only thing you're looking to get from them is name, address, phone number, and you're not really trying to get leads from them. And just a quick note, leads from A&G, Home Advisor, these suck. The reason is you are getting a shared list lead. The same lead that you're getting and you're paying for that is actually shared to add the very least 5 contractors in your area. So you're actually fighting for the same customer. You're actually fighting for that sale, and here you don't really have any leverage. You're just fighting on pricing. That just doesn't make sense. That's not a business model we are in. We are looking for long-term stuff. We are not looking to make 5% in net profit. So that's the stuff. Then expand to local directories. Just search for Chamber of Commerce. Let's say if you're in Tucson, Arizona, just search for Chamber of Commerce Tucson, and you will be able to find couple of at least 2 or 3 of a Chamber of Commerce in your area and go register on that. You will be getting a backlink from that specific Chamber of Commerce. And just so you know, backlink is basically a link to your website that helps you a lot in ranking your GBP and the website. So yeah, you do get a link from those Chamber of Commerce, and not just that, you do get invites to invite only conference, events, business meetings and whatnot. So you are gonna do a lot of networking, and eventually you will be making certain connections that's gonna help you build, scale, grow your business. Other than that, ensure that name, address, phone number is consistent throughout all the directories that you're listed on. And if you want, you can just go on Google and search for HVAC business directories, and you will be able to see a lot of these, and you can go and list on them. For instance, if you see this specific site, they have listed a lot of them, at least 77 of HVAC specific directories. You can go and list on them, and then you are also having hardware specific directories where you can list on. That's the stuff. Then coming to the next point, which is structuring your website for local SEO. Now, website is really important if you're trying to rank your Google business profile as well, because Google does extract a lot of information from your website. So your website ranking depends a bit on your GBP too. It's kind of interdependent, I would say, and you can't really ignore the websiting if you're trying to rank your GBP. First of all, create a dedicated service page for each HVAC service. For instance, for NACE repair, for NACE replacement, AC repair, AC replacement, whatnot, I'll make sure that I'm having a separate service page for each of my services. Okay, that's the very first step. For instance, your homepage will target HVAC company in XY city keyword. That's what your homepage is fighting for. That's the main term you're trying to rank your homepage, which is gonna be XYZ or domain.com. Then you will be having a page, let's say domain.com/ for NACE repair. That page is gonna rank for NACE repair in near me, or for NACE repair in your area. And similarly for other sub-services as well. Then build location pages for each city area you target. For instance, let's say if you are in Sierra Vista, Arizona, and you serve Tucson or nearby areas, you want to make sure that you're having location page for not just Sierra Vista but Tucson as well, and other locations, other neighborhoods, other towns that you serve. That's very important, and that's gonna help you a lot. Other than that, the next point, which is review management and generation, I can't focus enough on this. This is really important, and better you know it now, because each review, it would be at least worth $200 to $500 for your business. Each Google review you get, it's worth that. So don't compromise on getting reviews. Compensate your technicians if they're getting a positive review, because that's gonna directly help your business get more leads, get more phone calls. Okay, and this is what we suggest to our clients, that compensate your technicians if they're doing a great job. Compensate your technicians if they are getting positive review. One of our client kind of gives their technician gift card, or a $30 lunch meal or something like that. It totally depends on you how you want to do that, but I would suggest do that, because it kind of motivates your technicians to go beyond what is told by the company and deliver the clients or customers really great stuff. So that is the stuff. And ask every happy customer for a Google review, and make it easy with a direct review link that you could send via messaging or email, or easier, just hand them a business card that's having a QR code. That QR code is gonna lead to the business review page. It's that easy. Then respond to all reviews, positive, negative, as soon as possible. The reason why I said negative as well, because I see a lot of people, they don't really answer to negative reviews. That seems a bit rude to customers, right? You have to tell your story as well. Let's say a customer left a negative review, and I'm really sure if it's on pricing, you can't really do a lot on that. You can just call them, ask them, hey, what could be done from our side that might enhance or improve your overall experience working with us. Try solving that, and try asking them to delete that review, because that review is going to cost you a lot. Believe me when I say that in the longer term, in rankings and in the lead acquisition system, you're going to face difficulty if you're having a lot of negative reviews. So yeah, make sure to get that deleted by actually solving that customer's problem. If not, I would suggest to kind of answer or reply to that negative review with your side of story, and also make sure you are sounding humble. It's not that you would be sounding rude by that, you know. So yeah, be kind, answer it properly, showcase your side of story. That's it. Then we're having getting local press coverage. There are a couple of stuff here. Okay, the main thing is to actually get links, get mentions, get name, address, phone number mentions, or business out there in your local area. And how do you do that? Sponsor local events, charity drives, or school teams. For instance, one of my client actually sponsors a school basketball team, and it does fantastic job, you know, not just in actually telling their name out in the community, but also that school website links to their website, so it's helping directly in the local SEO stuff, you know. So that is the stuff. Then also send press releases to local news outlets. There are tons of other stuff you can do with press release as well. There's something called EIN Newswire. A word search that it costs like $50, and you can kind of propagate your news coverage to 400 plus publications. Or you can also search for press release for local SEO services, and you'll find tons of them. Then share those coverage on your GBP social media as well. That would include Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and yeah, all of those platforms where you can potentially talk about your news coverage, you know. Then the last point, which is a very important one, how do you track and measure these? You have done a lot of these stuff, and I'm sure that it's gonna help you improve your ranking, get more phone calls. But how exactly do you measure this? So if you actually go on GBP, there's a section of performance, and if you click on performance, you'll see how many profile interactions you had last month or this month. Then you'll be able to see calls too, and yeah, this way you can actually track the amount of phone calls you're getting, direction requests, and profile views too. Then track organic rankings with a local rank tracker. You can use Local Dominator, Local Falcon, Bright Local, SEMrush, Ahrefs, or any other tool as well. Use these tools to track your GBP ranking and organic rankings too. Now here's the main stuff. Measure leads versus spend to see ROI. Now here's the thing. Let's say if you're spending $2,000 on SEO every single month. Now I'll check that. How many leads am I getting from SEO? Now you can ask your agency to do that via adding a tracking phone number, or you can also maybe see amount of clicks and things like that. It's totally on you. Now here's the thing. You have to make sure to add a question in your sales call that where did they find us? That's something which is very important, because then only you'll be able to know what marketing channel is actually working for you. And then compare the amount of spend you're putting into SEO to the amount of leads it's getting you. So let's say if the average customer value in your company in your area is $500, right? And if I'm getting, let's say, 20 leads every single month, $500 into 20, it's $10,000, and if I'm spending $2,000 and getting $10,000 of sales, and if my profit margin is somewhere on 35% net, it's working well. So yeah, that's a thing. You just have to compare different marketing channels, see which one's working for you, and if it's working for you, you're good to go. Use that, double down on that, and yeah, just scale. That was it for today's one. If you need any help with your marketing, feel free to get in contact with my team. And yeah, should be it. Looking forward to our next video. Bye bye. Have a great day.